program, and we know that's going to take our absolute best anytime we're playing against a Scott Drew coach team. And really fortunate, these two guys, our guys tonight, found a way to make enough plays. But I tip my hat to them, how hard they play. They 21 offensive rebounds. They're extremely physical, well-coached, good team. And, we're just fortunate in that second half to separate a little bit, make enough plays, and be able to convert late to come out with the win.
Josh, this game really felt like a kind of a grind all the way. I mean, is this what you guys come to expect in the Big 12?
Yes, sir. I think we come to expect, every team really in this league is really good, so we're going to get everybody's best shot every night, and it's just on us to continue to stay together as a team and be resilient through all the hard trials that's going to come.
TJ, kind of fortunate at the end of the first half to get the lead right there at the end, but then talk about just the second half, how the second half started. 14-1 run with 6 different guys scoring the baskets.
Yeah, I think it was a huge shot Joshua made just before the half, and I think there's a different psyche when you go into the locker room and you're in front, and I think that was a huge momentum play that carried into that second half. And then, really, proud of our guys, because I think we've been a team that when we've come out of the locker room that we've really adjusted to what's happened in the game, and then defensively been able to ramp it up, and that's what happened to start that second half. And then we were able to convert some points off of our defense, and it was impactful to set the tone for that half. And so, again, it's credit to these guys for how they work every single day, and their intelligence, their competitive spirit, and ability to come out in the second half and to go on a run like that against a really good team, a really well-coached team. Just proud of our guys.
Josh, on that play before you hit the three, though, coach was telling you how to slow it down, and you threw a pass at Millen Milanovich almost didn't see. I don't think he saw it, and it hit him in the chest. Just talk about how that kind of kept everything together. It could have kind of fallen apart real quick right there.
Yeah, I think I just got to do a better job being more calm in that moment, let him know that I'm passing it, or just keep it in and get to a set.
TJ, there were moments last year where you kind of lamented offensive struggles affecting the way that your team plays defense. How pleased were you to see that not be the case today?
Yeah, no, it was tremendous. I think the mental toughness our guys displayed, there's certainly struggles offensively today, and it didn't impact our ability to guard, our focus, our toughness, and that's something you're going to have to continue to do. Look, there's going to be games where offense doesn't go your way, shots don't fall. We try to prepare our guys to be successful, in the face of adversity, and we certainly had a lot of adversity in that first half and at points in the second half. So I think it's really just a credit to the togetherness and the work ethic and the character of our guys to not allow, when things don't go our way offensively, for that to impact our defense.
In the first half, when Taman had those 2 quick fouls, how much of that attributed to your team's slow start offensively, just not having him on the floor to facilitate?
Yeah, no, I mean, obviously you're talking about the guy who's, I'm taking over any point guard in America. Like, we got the best point guard in the country. We got the best big point guard in the country, both on our team. And those guys on the court are really important for us. And obviously not having Taman out there quite as much in the first half impacted where the game was at. But, man, in that second half, the plays he made, the shots he made, it was amazing, especially when you have to bounce back when your normal routine and rhythm of a game is disrupted because of the fouls. So I trust him. I trust both these guys, and to a level of, he's got 2 fouls. A lot of coaches maybe would sit him for a longer period of time. I know how important he is to our team. We need him out there, and especially on the road. And he's extremely intelligent and can play in such a way very aggressively and not pick up that 3rd foul.
And for Taman, I think there was a point where Baylor Carr made his second 3 that gave them a 7-point lead. You guys called the timeout, and then you go on the run. What was kind of the key to jump-starting you guys and clawing back into the game?
Yeah, definitely started defensively. I mean, they do a great job of crashing the boards. They had a ton of offensive rebounds. That's something that we need to work on, but credit to them. They got guards that crash, and they crash hard and get a lot of them. So they were able to do that, put us sort of on our heels on defense early, and they were able to knock some shots. But I think after that timeout, we came together and just focused on moving the ball offensively, trying to get to what we can get to, and just play confidently.
Taman, and then Coach, I know it's only a moment in the season, but you guys are 15-0 for the first time in school history. You have a 15-game winning streak, which is the most. What does that mean, especially for a guy that grew up in Ames and Just, Coach, obviously to start with that.
Yeah, I would say, we take so much pride in our program and the great coaches, players, everybody that's done so much to elevate our program and put us in this position. We have a tremendous sense of gratitude for the opportunities we have in front of us each day, and I think these guys do such a great job at honoring all those who have come before us with the effort and the execution that they play with. So it's a great accomplishment. It's a credit to the young men and how they work, and hopefully something that the past Cyclones that have been on in this program and those that have invested can take tremendous pride in.
Yeah, I mean, I've been a Cyclone all my life. Just got on the court 4 years ago, though. But so, I mean, watching all those teams growing up and just realizing that I have a chance right now to make a footprint for Iowa State and just the community of Ames and all of that, I never take it for granted.
Tim, why do you think this team is just so comfortable when adversity hits like it did today?
I think it starts with the guys that have a lot of experience playing college basketball. A lot of the returners that we have, the 5 guys that returned from last year's team, we learned a lot. So I feel like it starts with us, and we got freshmen that are super involved in our team, and they got great attitudes. They learn super quick. So it's just putting everything together, and we've just been connected, and we go through the ups and downs together.
And then, TJ, there's been a lot of talk about James Najee and G League guys and pros from Europe coming over and playing in this game. What was your take on just, I guess, who should be allowed to play college basketball if they have professional experience?
Yeah, look, I'm barely smart enough to coach our team, so when it comes down to what the rules should be and what everybody should do, I think for each coach they just need to look at what's best for their program and do what they think's best for their program. And it wouldn't be right for me to judge what anybody else does. I have a lot of respect for Coach Drew, and I know that anything he does is going to be in the best interest for their program. And for us, we're going to do the same thing and make the decisions best for us as we move forward. All right, thank you.
Effort was much better. I thought we really competed. I thought the home crowd really helped with that. But I think our guys experiencing just how hard you have to play, and 25, 15-second chance points, you take that every given night. Defensively, I think we got a chance as we continue to get better with their size and length to be really good. Take out the last 3 minutes, and they probably shoot in the 30% for the game, obviously, so you're happy with that. Turnovers, we had some unfortunate ones at the end of the first half, and we got to continue to clean that up and work on that. But I felt better about the effort. I felt better about how we competed. Losing sucks, but Iowa State's a really good team. If you ask me right now, today, them and Michigan are the two best in college basketball. So, and their big three have all played together, so they're not going to beat themselves. They know exactly where they're going to be, how they're going to do things. TJ's done a great job with them.
Scott, obviously Iowa State has a really good defense, but did you feel like, I mean, y'all were just also missing some good-looking shots at times?
Well, in the first half, I mean, there were a lot of layups we missed, and layups and free throws. So, like, the one thing I step back is Iowa State's great defensively, but they didn't do anything on the free throw line. And, I mean, you can't go 17 for 29, 58% at home, miss front ends or one-on-ones and beat a good team. You can't. So our guys did a good job getting fouled. Got to do a better job at the free throw line. And that's something they can live in the gym today because it's on them. They got to go to the line feeling confident that it's going in. They got to put in that work. And this is a hard-working team. There'll be a bunch of them in there tonight, I know.
Scott, you guys didn't trail until they hit the three-pointer right at the end of the first half, and then they opened the second half. So just how significant was that whole segment at the end of the first and the beginning of the second half?
Yeah, I don't. The second half, TCU, we started out bad too. So as coaches, one thing that I'm proud of our group, we don't settle for mediocrity. So we'll change the lineup, we'll change the warm-ups, we'll do whatever we have to do so that we don't continue to come out like that.
Coach, obviously Big 12 games can kind of be rock fights at times like they were tonight. How do you go about preparing your team to attack this going forward in the Big 12?
Well, I think each and every game in the Big 12 is like this. You have to fight, compete, play this hard to have a chance to win. Now, hopefully you make free throws, you make layups. The good looks we had, I felt good with. I thought we had some good ones. Then we took some bad ones. We deserved to miss those.
Scott, even when the shots aren't falling, sorry, I'm sitting down over here. When the shots aren't falling, what are you telling the team? And then looking ahead to Houston, what do you do to make sure that doesn't happen again? I mean, is that just a matter of not getting good looks, or?
Well, I think first of all, offensively, you got to look in what shots were good looks, and then if you take threes, for instance, you could be the best shooter in the country. Steph Curry's going to have off nights. The best shooter is going to make 40%. So you got to get rebounds on misses. So now free throws, that should get you going. Layups should get you going. And, I mean, it wasn't like they had 10 blocks or 12 blocks. I mean, at the end of the day, we got to make layups.
Scott, how did you feel about James's minutes tonight? And was that a cramp that he had? Or
James is he's getting in shape. So, again, remember, he was 7 months of rehabbing, no 5-on-5. It wasn't like he was with the team going up and down, playing. I mean, James, our 6th or 7th oldest on the team. I mean, he's doing a great job for where he's at right now.
Scott, to come from 12 points down to make it a 5 or 6 point game there several times, just seemed like y'all couldn't get over the hump, but the fight that they showed to get back like that.
Yeah, I as a coach, when we fight, and I always say control what you can control. When we fight and control that effort and that part of it and not making as many mental mistakes and whatnot, I can sleep at night. It's when there's no fight, now we want to win. So we want to win, we got to make layups, can't have some bonehead turnovers, and got to make free throws.
Caden had some really good minutes today, and it seemed like he was really a big part of kind of helping you guys chip back there. Just how impressed were you with what he was able to do in his fight to keep this team in it? Well,
I think we feel really good with the 8 guys. Now it's finding out what combinations play better, who's playing well that day. And then the great thing with 8 is, I mean, shoot, if we were at 7 and now we had Mikey in foul trouble with 3 and Dan, I mean, you don't have any options. And I think again, we know the challenges we have ahead of us, but also they're great opportunities. So hopefully we keep competing like this, and then we just shore up and get better in some of those other areas. And I thought the fans were great. So trust me, we want to win for you guys. Thank you.
What do you feel like was the difference?
We just came out a little flat after halftime, and they obviously hit a little run, and we tried to make a comeback, but we just couldn't really get over that hump.
Yeah, 2 days. Scott talked about it too. Second half against TCU started out badly too. What can y'all do to maybe fix that? Starting better, starting quicker in the second half.
And just be lucky, man. Honestly, be tougher. I feel like every time we're gonna talk about toughness, but we gotta actually do it. You know, there's one thing to talk about it, but there's one thing to actually apply, and that's how I feel personally. Just be more like the tougher person on the floor, wherever we guarding or wherever the coaches assign us to guard. Offensive rebound, defensive rebound, we gotta be the one that hitting. You know, I feel like we just get too comfortable in a way where we think it's gonna be handed to us, but nothing ain't easy in life in general. So we gotta be tougher.
Tunde, going along those lines, these 2 games have shown a little bit more physicality. What do you think's not there right now that you're not seeing, and what do you guys need to do against Houston? I mean, to not replicate those first 2 Big 12 games.
It sounds cliche to say it, man, but it's just being toughness. I think that's what it is. Offensively, obviously, we just got to make some shots. That's something that we can fix. On free throw, if you watch the whole thing, well, we were 17-29 on free throw. And that basically cost us the game because we were down we lost by 10 points. So we could have fixed that. So it's something that we're gonna work on together. But most likely, it's just being the toughest team out there. Again, it's a Big 12. It's a big boy basketball. That's what we signed up for, so we got to be ready for it.
Tunde, you mentioned it, but the free throw shooting, I mean, there were layups that went in and out, threes. Do you feel like it was just kind of one of those days and that you guys can turn it around from a shooting perspective against Houston?
Yeah, but at the same time, though, it is one of those games, but we becoming a pro right now. It's a big basketball, so we can't just be sitting here and relying on that. We got we got how many turnover? Don't even know. So it's those days where even though shot ain't falling, they give us a lot of fouls. We could have pay attention to things like that. So it's not just shots. I think coaches put us in the great position to be successful. At the same time, for me personally, is that if we ain't making shot, then we got to make them not making shot too. And that's something that we definitely need to work on. But putting coaching staff away is just us teammates. We got to hang out more. We got to be more connected. Not that we are not doing that. Yesterday we literally were together, but we just keep trusting one another and just keep fighting together.
Kate, in that first 5 minutes of the second half, y'all got down 12. What kind of kept you in it? Talk about, I guess, the grit to kind of come back because y'all made it a 5-6 point game several times late.
Basketball is just a game of runs, so obviously you're going to take punches, and so you just got to fight back. And they hit a run, obviously, and we were down 12, but there's still a lot of time left, a lot of game to be played, and it wasn't just to put our heads down. Like, it's like we're going to keep fighting. Like, we can still come back and win. Like, we're in there. We made some mental mistakes. Because of those mental mistakes, we got down 12, but we still had a chance, and we still stuck together and fought.
Kate, when you were at Rice, did you play Houston at all?
No, I didn't play Houston at all when I was at Rice.
And after a game like this, as a competitor, do you kind of just want to get out there like almost tomorrow, to kind of just like wash this away? Yeah,
I know I can speak for the whole team. We don't like this feeling, and we want to get out there. And obviously conference just started, so we want to get our first win, but we also want to win a lot more games in conference. So I know everybody's going to learn from this. Like Tunde said, we have to be the tougher team, and we actually have to do it and go out and do it on the court. And so I know everybody's going to rally together behind that. get better on defense, and offensively, some night shots are going to fall, some night shots aren't going to fall, but even when it's going like that, the one thing that I know we can rely on is our effort and our defense.
Thank you all.
Thank you.